Hey, what's up, United? I'm Dr. R.A. Vernon, founder and senior pastor of the Word Church. But I guess more than that today, your pastor's, I think I can say safely, your pastor's best friend in this world. Technically, I'm Lady D's brother-in-law. And so it's a trip. We both married two first ladies. We both love pastoring. Their mother was a first lady, their dad was a pastor, so it's just a unique relationship. Over the last 2 decades, I've simply fallen in love with your pastor. I love him. I love him. He's strong, he's tough, but he's honest. And he'll do anything for United. He talks about United every time he's in Cleveland. I've watched him when he should have been vacationing with us. Come on, you guys know this. You're in the military. You only get a couple weeks home with family. I'm watching him spend half that time out here taping for United, doing something by phone on the other side of the world, 12 hours on the other side of time, trying to get messages there and make sure things are okay. And what else do you want me to say about my sister-in-law? I'll say this. I said this to my wife. I think my wife is the best first lady in the nation, and I really mean this. But I think Lady D is the nicest. I've never met a nicer person in my life, a more giving person, let me say this, in my life. I pastored thousands of people, and I watch her, and I know it's different in the military. First ladies in the military have to be more like mothers than first ladies. Your mother isn't there, so I've watched her go to the hospital with people who have PCS, and she was there. The husband had one leg and she was holding the other when the baby was born. I've watched her let people spend the night at the house and watch their babies and all kind of stuff that first ladies in the States don't have to do. But because you're in another nation, she's taken on that role and handsomely handled the task of being one of the greatest leading ladies I've ever seen. Can I say something selfishly? We miss them. Their family misses them. They've been there for over 20 years. They've been gone from Cleveland pretty much for 30 years, the entirety of their adult lives. My sister, Lady Vernon, and Lady D are not only sisters, they are best friends. There's no embellishment here. They talk on the phone every night from Okinawa to Cleveland, and I've never heard them argue. Let me say that again. I've never heard them argue. Even me and Bishop have argued. I mean, we're two strong men with varying opinions. I've never even heard them argue. It's time for them to come home. They have grandkids that they only see once a year. They're in the prime of their lives. They're not that old and they're not that young. And sometimes things have their seasons. The only thing that's driving them nuts is leaving you. I've never seen my sister depressed. I know she gets depressed. I've never really seen her low until the last week or so. My wife said she's off. You would think she'd be excited to come home and hug us and see her grandkids. And there's a part of her, I'm sure, that will get there. But right now it's United. It's the daycare that she's turned into such a wonderful business and ministry. My brother-in-law, look at me, has given his life to United. When he got out of the service, and even before he retired, he would go to work in the Air Force and go straight to the church. His kids, like mine and most pastors, didn't get the best of him because he was giving it to United. Many of you don't know this. He's not going to say it. Many times he didn't get paid because he wanted to make sure United had. Most times he didn't get paid. So I guess I'm saying to you, I know there's a bit of ambivalence. I'm sad that he has to leave you, but I'm overjoyed that he's coming home finally, that he'll have some time in his prime to be a granddaddy. His mother is getting old. Lady D's mother, my mother-in-law, is getting older. They'll get a chance now to spend the last good years of their parents' lives before one of them gets sick or, even worse, goes to heaven prematurely or whatever. This is real for them. Here's what I want you to do. You have two choices. You can be average people who say, out of sight, out of mind. They're gone, I don't care. Or you can do something kingdom today. You can decide that I'm going to send them home right. And I'm not just talking to them. I'm talking to everyone that is PCS that used to go to United, that are watching this on Facebook right now. This is a message from my heart. I am saying to every person that ever went to United, that's a part of United now, let's help them go home well. Let's give. There's a place there, those that are watching on Facebook, there's a place you can give. Just click on that and do what you have to do. Just follow the instructions there on Facebook, wherever you might be watching. Those of you that are sitting there, give. Would you pray about a tremendous gift over the next few weeks, something to say goodbye with, to help them? What if they came home with enough to maybe purchase a home? They haven't owned a home in their entire lives. They've been going from one place to another. Where do they retire? Where do they finish strong? So I'm done. But I say to you, I hope this means something, this resonates with you. I love them. I love both of them. And I pray that you would appreciate that they've given the best of their lives, the best of their prime to United. What will you give back to them? Do me a favor. Give them as much money as you and your family can afford to do without putting yourself in harm's way. I want you to give them the most money you've ever given any pastor. Don't give them a toaster. Don't give them a goodbye card unless there's some money in it. Give them some money. Let them come home and finish strong. Finish happy. They deserve that. I'm Dr. R.A. Vernon, and United, I appreciate you loving them. Take care.